Good morning and welcome to the Sunday morning show. With me is the financial doctor of Goa, the financial doctor of Goa, dressed in bright yellow. That color is yellow, orange. Okay, I think I'm color blind right now. And of course, I was going through the book, the very popular book, Who Says Money Does Not Grow on Trees? And we've been running you through all the financial commandments. Today, of course, we will speak about the third financial commandment. First of all, let me welcome Dr. Celso Fernandez to the show.
Yeah,
how's it going, Doctor?
Good morning, Joy. It's definitely a very good show. In fact, we have got very good response from this program. And last week we finished the Be a Rising Star, means Be a Shining Star actually it was.
Yeah.
This program was just completed now in the month, on this last Wednesday. And now we are very, very excited towards the upcoming program which is going to be on coming Saturday now.
And coming Saturday is Teachers' Day.
Yes, that is the special program which we have planned for this week. And actually this month for the teachers, we have got a very, very good speaker who is going to be giving a presentation on how to be a magical teacher.
I think teachers, hold this very special relationship in all our lives, and we need to applaud them for their efforts. Not on Teachers' Day, but every single day of our lives, right?
Yes, of course. I always say that I have a very good understanding that teachers are is the profession which actually creates all other professions. Because without teachers, you cannot have any other profession.
Absolutely. And I believe you are in contact with a lot of teachers, and a lot of teachers also investing through Navemarg as well. So you've been changing a lot of teachers' lives as well. And a lot's happening on Teachers' Day. Can you give us a little snippet of what exactly is going to happen? Let us in on the secret.
No, the thing is, this Teachers' Day, we are making it special because we have been celebrating it every year.
True.
But this time is going to be the first time on digital platform.
Yeah.
Previously, we used to usually conduct it at Ravindra Bhavan, and we used to felicitate the teachers who are like retired and who are just retiring. And this year too, we have a very huge client base of teachers all over Goa. So from amongst them, we will be actually selecting the senior most and the ones who have completed more than 35 years of service. But on a digital platform, at the hands of a very renowned speaker, they will be felicitated on the 5th of September.
Kudos to the team at Navemarg, by the way. That's you got to check out this magazine. Kudos to all of y'all that you are paying your respects to teachers, and I think we need to celebrate their lives more, especially during these times. We need to applaud them for their efforts and celebrate their lives. Thank you, Navemarg Foundation, for what y'all are doing for Teachers' Day. And coming Wednesday, there is the regular episode of yours?
No, this time we have not kept any program on Wednesday because there is a program happening on Saturday. So it will become like continuous too many programs because last week itself we did 2. So now I said let's reduce the number and just keep more focus on the Teachers' Day program.
Absolutely. So all you teachers, we are wishing you a very happy Teachers' Day in advance. Please tune into the episode on Saturday on the Navemarg Foundation on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe.
It's at 7 o'clock.
And it's at 7 o'clock.
That's true.
So let's talk about the third financial commandment, the story of Rebecca. I was actually, going through it, and this is something that I realized that a lot of us humans, I'm not talking about humans in general, want to do good in society, but I think we need to understand that first we need to do something good for ourselves as well. We need to have that capability to do good for others as well, right?
Yes. In fact, this commandment number 3 on never depend on one source of income was actually taught to me many, many years back. And at that time, I still can't forget the slide which the speaker had shown us. It was like he had just kept a cake and he asked a simple question. Can you have it as well as keep it? You can't do both. But if you want to do both, you have to learn how to make these cakes. Then you can actually do it better.
Absolutely.
And that is the story about it. Like, if you want to enjoy your life, you need to have more than 2 cakes. You can't depend on one.
And I like the way the story starts as well. It just reminds me of that age-old saying, which my mama used to always keep telling me, save for a rainy day. Where are you going to save for a rainy day? Which she still keeps telling me. All right. If you don't mind, Doctor, can we recite the story?
Yes, I'm definitely waiting for it.
Don't be dependent on one source of income. Create assets that generate you a passive income. And that is the third financial commandment. How about we check out Rebecca's story now? And I'm pretty sure a lot of you will be able to associate with this. Ancient teachings such as saving for the rainy day and living within one's means have a wealth of wisdom we often overlook, and we get entrapped in financial troubles, just like Sean did. Remember Sean from the previous story? Well, they say financial stress is the major cause of unhappiness among adults in our country. Most of us find ourselves sticking to jobs we don't love just to pay the bills. Securing the future is on everyone's mind today. We plan and save and invest in order to meet the rising expenses and future life events. But aren't we stressing ourselves too much today to make our tomorrow better? Many would say yes. What if you wake up tomorrow and don't have to work for a living? You can play maybe a musical instrument instead of punching numbers, or teach poor children instead of writing codes, whatever your heart pleases. Remember how Kevin and Stacy found their calling in life and Sean geared up to build a financially independent future? They all committed to creating an additional passive source of income. Rebecca the Rebel, her friends called her at 17 years. Rebecca was trying to understand herself, the world around her, and nothing seemed to make sense. A perpetual rage burned inside her, and she questioned everything, challenging traditions and customs and quashing stereotypes. Her parents loved her, but were finding it increasingly difficult to calm her down. While everyone saw Rebecca's rebellious nature, only her family and close friends knew that her heart was in the right place. Rebecca couldn't see the plight of the poor, especially children. So after college, she would often visit the slums, reading storybooks to the semi-clad, hungry, poor children. She seldom ate her lunch, as she preferred feeding a hungry child at the footpath. Once, she actually got a terrible case of pneumonia while helping a poor laborer family fix their roof, as it rained incessantly. Rebecca couldn't understand why the world was so partial, so blind to see the suffering of their own race. A part of her youthful rage came from the apathy of the rich towards the poor. If only she had the money, she would have tried to nurse every malnourished child to health and help every poor family to live with more dignity. No one knew this, but she had actually resolved to dedicate her life in service of others. I will finish my education, get a job, and spend all I can on making the lives of the poor better, she often told herself. However, in her heart, Rebecca knew that even if she started working, she would only be able to make enough to meet her own living expenses and a little more maybe to help a child or two. She had seen her parents slogging long working hours to make ends meet, and these thoughts frustrated her even more. Little did she know that her life was about to change. One nippy November evening, Rebecca accompanied her father to a charity award event in the city. Rebecca's father's childhood friend, Carlos, who ran an impactful program on enhancing the lives of poor children, was the chief guest at the function. Rebecca was thrilled to meet and talk to Uncle Carlos. During their discussion, Rebecca told Carlos about her passion for social work and also shared her predicament of not having enough money to help more and more people. In response, the man told Rebecca his story. I worked in a bank, a regular 9-to-5 job for several years. My pay was decent, but not enough to pay for my family and take care of my social work. I too wanted to be rich so that I could help as many street children find a brighter future as possible. Yet, riches eluded me until I had a revelation. Taking a sip of water, he continued, I realized that to grow rich, you must not depend on only one source of income. You must have 2 or more sources of income, so that with one income, you take care of your living expenses and the other you invest to accumulate wealth. Carlos further told Rebecca that he was introduced to the concept of mutual funds, where one could invest small amounts as low as rupees 500 per month through monthly SIPs, which stands for Systematic Investment Plans. He said, I started investing small portions first, and then as my salary increased, I increased the SIP sum. Irrespective of the market condition, I kept investing in a few good funds without withdrawing anything. In 15 years, I couldn't believe that I had created a portfolio which is growing each month without having to invest anything at all. Carlos told Rebecca that while she was still at college, she can start building her passive income with monthly SIPs. And as she starts earning after securing a job, she must increase her SIP amount and accelerate her wealth creation process. Now that chance encounter with Carlos changed Rebecca's life. The very next day, she met Carlos again and started a SIP worth rupees 500. She studied hard and kept serving people and making poor children laugh and learn. I can't believe it is the same Rebecca who was always smashing things and confronting everyone, her father said incredulously, while her mother nudged him to stop talking and to enjoy the moment. It was an award night in Singapore, and Rebecca was being recognized for her contribution towards uplifting the lives of underprivileged children in India. She had also become a think tank and a strategist in the area of access to education for every child. Her models and strategies had proven successful in India and other developing countries. The most remarkable thing about Rebecca's social endeavors was that they had all been initially funded from her very own pocket. After gracefully accepting the award, Rebecca said a little speech. 10 years from a night like this, a wise gentleman taught me to be self-reliant and resourceful. He taught me to build more than one source of income, a piece of advice that enabled me to nurture my dream projects without seeking charity money. That advice gave me the freedom to do what I wanted to in life. I thank you, Uncle Carlos, and my patient parents for channelizing my emotions and rage into constructive, tangible solutions to help others. Thank you. Rebecca walked through the dazzle of camera flashes to her parents and gave them a big hug. Over the 10 years while Rebecca studied and later worked with UNESCO and World Bank, she kept building a passive income. Her focus towards her goal of creating wealth was infectious, and her parents also started investing through SIPs. Having taken voluntary retirement from their jobs, they now work with Rebecca. Their combined passive income is enough to meet their living expenses and to fund new social projects during initial stages. Together, the trio happily works towards giving wings to the dreams of underprivileged children. I think that's a fantastic story. The financial commandment, of course, don't be dependent on one source of income. Create assets that generate you a passive income. Here's a very cool fact that a lot of our viewers will not probably know. Like Rebecca, there are more than 700 students across the state of Goa who actually are investing right now and saving money for the rainy day that we were talking about. So all across the state of Goa and under the age of 22. Doctor, where were you when I was studying in college?
I don't know. At the time, I was basically practicing dentistry, must be. This is now basically a mission that we have taken up with the college students to educate and inspire them to start investing, not saving. I want to correct that one word.
Right.
Saving for the rainy day is totally different from investing for a future.
Okay.
So if in case the basic difference again, I will explain to you. Saving is basically just keeping money aside for the rainy day, whereas investing is getting returns out of it. So if you start investing early and if you start creating your money plant or growing your money plant now, you will definitely enjoy the fruits in future. And that's why our focus is with college students, because we want to make a difference as far as our college students in Goa is concerned.
I think it's a commendable job what you are doing, encouraging them to save right now at an early age, below the age of 22. At the age of 22, I have no clue what I was doing. So it's never late though. You can always start saving and start saving today. Doctor, thank you so much for your time today. Wish you a wonderful week ahead. And what plans for the week? Are you taking your family out for lunch or dinner sometime around the week?
There's still a lot of social distancing, and now with the corona cases increasing, we don't want to mix out much.
Okay. You guys also, like Dr. Selso mentioned, need to stay back home, stay safe, and contact us at the Navemarg Foundation. Don't forget the episode on Teachers Day. That's this coming Saturday, a special felicitation program on the Navemarg Foundation YouTube channel.
Yes.
7 o'clock?
7 o'clock.
It's a date. Don't be late.